Okay, so alternatively, sometimes I don't feel as comfortable going to the arm lock 7 for whatever reason. Maybe like he's strong and he's staying heavy on his back. I have the arm, but like as I try to back them up, they know what I'm doing and they stay real heavy on their back, and I can't really get them on their side. If they stay on their back, it's kind of hard for me to get my hips under the shoulder socket, which is kind of the joint that I need to control so I can submit the elbow. But if I can't like get them up for a variety of reasons, right? We've talked about it already. I have to have the ability to add the juice or adjust. And there's gonna be moments where as I start to feel this position, he's heavy on his back and he kind of knows that he's stuck, but he's not gonna give me that side exposure. So we're gonna have to look at some other arm locks that are a little bit different, okay? So on that. So what I mean, scoot down a little bit. Good. What I mean is once I get here, I feel that hand go behind my head, yep. And so maybe I start grabbing this, but I feel him really pull his back to the mat heavy. Yeah, okay, yep. Now I know like that's gonna be impossible. So I just shoot my hand through and I get my collar. Does everybody see what I'm doing? I shoot my hand through and I get my collar. We're gonna go over this later. There's a really slick submission from here. If I start to feel him get a little nervous because I made this, this position, right? If I start to feel him get a little bit nervous and start trying to get his hand in front of my face, right away I just catch. Everybody understand? So that's one you always want to have. Like right when I get here, I kind of put my hand right by my face. Just in case they try to get their hand in front, I catch. And once I catch, it's fast. Everybody understand? So that's a variation you want to have, like right when you make this collar grip. But if you notice, this collar grip was different. Because last time we talked about the collar grip with the lead hand. Because his hand was in the front of me. Right? Well, this time his hand's on the opposite side. So this collar grip is a little bit more common for a lot of people. A lot of people try to do arm lock 7 with this collar grip, and it really ruins the position. Because when you have this collar grip, you can't put pressure on Chris. Now, once I make this collar grip, I keep my head kind of tight and I make sure he can't really move his head. But the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my right hand and I'm gonna put it right next to his head, and I pinch Chris's head between my knee and my wrist. He can't defend here, so I just post my hand and I kind of limit Chris's ability to move his head much. Then I put my left elbow on the mat and I step up to knee on belly. Everybody see that? Now, all I'm gonna do here is start to adjust my arm to get right kind of to the elbow. Everybody remember the hamstring thing? Hamstring? I do a similar thing. Chris is, how stuck, Chris?
Pretty stuck.
And my hamstring's right on his head. My elbow's right at his elbow. And there's about 4 inches between my chest and his arm. So all I do is take my other arm, and it's a horrible lock. Because even if Chris battles up to his knees,
it makes it worse.
Makes it worse. Everybody understand? And it's not that hard for me, even if I lose this, to bring him back to his back. But this reverse arm lock from here, the reason the other day I taught the hamstring thing was so that later when we get to here, the hamstring transition made sense. And the reason I used Chris was because he's already familiar with this level of suffering. Plus he's from England, they've suffered thousands of years. Yeah. I'm watching the last, I don't know, it's on Netflix. What? Yeah, The Last Kingdom. Yeah, it's awesome, but your people are not now. Where are the English champions? You know, it sucks, dude. It's such a great country. Anyways, again, once we get here, I feel that hand go up. Maybe I try my arm lock 7, but I feel him pull that back rip. Yeah. Everybody see that? That happens. And I get straight to my collar My hand's here just in case. He brings that hand in front. Now look, when I make this lock, when I feel his hand come in front, look, I come right over. Boom. And I'm motorcycling right away. I don't catch my wrist here because my wrists don't turn. So I stab the back of my wrist with my left, like I'm stabbing my wrist with a screwdriver. But here's what I do here that makes the lock worse. I rotate my my knuckles out, and I drop my right hip to the mat. If I stay right here, Chris has a little space. Yep, see? Then I gotta kind of go out to this. I gotta go to the mouse trap thing. And it just is a little bit loose. So right when I catch it, I motorcycle and I drop my hip. Now if he tries to stretch his hand, it's just no way. Okay, and I can finish that lock. But oftentimes I can use my head and the elbow to limit them from bringing that hand over. Okay, and what I'm gonna do here is trap his head. See how I'm pushing his head into my knee and I'm making that post. Then I'm gonna bring my left knee right on top of his belly. And I kind of start to adjust to the elbow. All at once. And notice how my left foot, everybody see my left foot?